All right. Hopefully we get some people hopping back in here. Sorry about that with the audio. We should be fixed now. Okay. As people are hopping in here, um, busy time in the sports betting industry right now. We've got NFL going on, we've got college football going on, we've got NBA, we've got NHL. I see a couple people hopping in here. Throw something in the comments. Make sure you can hear me now. I think we got the audio figured out so that you guys can hear what I'm actually trying to present to you on the screen. All right, perfect, cool. Glad we got the audio working. So what I want to hop on today and talk to you guys about is just NBA specifically. Looking at these graphs, kind of what we're looking for. NBA is a little bit different than our college football, our NHL, and our NFL. So let's just look at a few of these graphs. See what just pinged on FanDuel. So two things here. Looks like this is for tonight. I like this actually. Little Pittsburgh Steelers, the team total. But nice action here with Pinnacle moving from about minus 135 to minus 150. That's a good one to go ahead and hit and hop on that for tonight. But let's look at this one. We got a first quarter bet here. Some things you guys want to be aware of when you're betting NBA is the different markets that are available. There's going to be first quarter bets, there's going to be first half bets, and there's going to be mainline bets. Depending on which one it is, the limits from our sharps change. So when you're talking about first quarter bets, this is going to be our lowest sharp limits, which means our least amount of confidence in necessarily a sharp line. First half gets a little bit bigger. Then your full games are where the limits are going to be the highest and the ones that you want to attack the most aggressively. But if we look at this first quarter here, we're looking at a total. One thing that you really want to be aware of when you're looking at these NBA charts is how much your sharp lines are actually moving. Now, with the NBA, kind of different than our NFL is I really want to see a hard positive trend to take any action. So, like here, we're looking across the entirety of this graph. We're starting at probably plus 127 here, plus 128 maybe. And we're ending at maybe a cent lower, maybe about the same. So this is a pretty stagnant graph from a sharp perspective. I'm not really looking to lay any money on a stagnant graph. You'll see when we look at NBA charts, you'll have, and let's see if I can find one here that's kind of moving in two different directions. You'll get a lot of like here, we're just kind of bouncing all over the place. In the end, it's a pretty stale graph, but this tells me that because of the movement and it's so small, like you're talking about starting at 117, bouncing up to 121, that's about 4 cents of movement, then coming back down another about 4 cents of movement. There's not a ton here. So this tells me that there's not a huge push one way or another. And I'm just going to kind of sit and ride this out until we get some more distinct movement. Something like this one's okay. I like this a little bit more than the one before. We've got all of our movement in one direction, which is good. This tells me that there's steam pushing this bet towards, let's see, what are we looking at here? Towards the over in the first half. The other thing is we want to notice how much movement we actually have. So we're going from about plus 125 to plus 115 here. You're getting about 10 cents of movement in about 3 hours. So that 10 cents of movement is a good indicator for us of a bet that we want to be on that's trending in the right direction. So this is one that I would jump on. And I actually did jump on this. I'm pretty sure I reposted it to the bot plays, but it just isn't showing my name here. So this is one I'd be on. If we go, let's see if I can find one that's pretty something that I would be off of that in a different sport I may be on. So here's something. I'm not going to touch this one. There's only about 6 cents of movement, but it's trending in the wrong direction here. It's going up. So even though this bet has a little over 1% of value to the sharp, I'm not touching it because of the direction of the trend. Um, so let's see. Here's one. Here's another one. So this one, same idea here. We're starting at like 127, moving to about 119. There's about 8 cents of movement here, which is nice. I like this. This is one that I would be on, but I'm not totally like it's not one that I'm just absolutely smashing and have an extremely high confidence in, but it is one that I would play. Let's go some of these spot plays. And if you guys have questions, throw questions in here. I'd love to answer what you guys have on NBA. We can even talk other sports if you want. I just know with NBA being new, it may be something that people want to talk about. There were some really good pings this morning. See if we can find some. You'll notice a lot of these flat pings here are NHL games. NHL, there's not a ton of movement. So here's one, the Grizzlies Bulls game. This is ideal. So this is what we're really looking for. This is an absolute smash play that you're looking to go. We're moving from like minus 108 here all the way down to like minus 139. So this is almost 30 cents of movement. This is the steam that we're looking to chase here. Sharps have driven this line all the way, 30-cent movement. This is one that I would be all over and have a lot of confidence in that we're probably going to beat close, which is the end goal here. We're not going to win every bet. We're not even going to beat close all the time. But if we can beat close, more times than not, that's where we're going to be a profitable sports bettor. So this was a under in the Bulls game, 235. I wonder what this game is sitting at right now. If I look, let me pull this up. On my other screen, I'm just going to pull up Pickett real quick and see kind of where this movement has gone to see if that steam that we chased has moved in a positive direction. Let's see, Bulls, Grizzlies, under 235. This has got closing odds right now of minus 140. So we picked it up at minus 122. You're getting 18 cents of value. That's about 6% expected value. This is exactly what we're looking for in the type of bet that we want to be on, and it's looking good, moving in the right direction. It was just props at all. So yeah, we can talk props real quick. So here's the question: Are you able to discuss NBA props at all? Since it's an add-on. So with the NBA props, ideal situations that you want to see, we can pull one up here. So the graphs, I'm less interested in actually because the prop market is so volatile and there's a lot of vig in the prop market. What I'm looking for to just props to hammer. And of course, there's probably not going to be one out right here. We go. Look at the bottom here. If you have any bet that has a FanDuel, Caesars, Bet Online trio at the bottom, we love those plays. Absolutely look to hammer those. That's what we're trying to hit here. That's your number one grade A, what you're looking for the NBA prop bot. So look for those, hammer those for your prop bot. Braxton, why are you more hesitant on a stagnant? So the reason I'm more hesitant on a stagnant graph for NBA is there tends to be more movement in NBA than necessarily other sports. NFL specifically, and just the market is so kind of dialed in that when you move, you're not going to move very much. So even if it moves against us in an NFL game, it's probably not going to move against us to the point where it's like we're really in a bad spot. With NBA, lines will move significantly in one way or another. And without any indication of which way it's going to move, I just kind of in a wait and see mindset to where when it starts to move and move heavy, that's where I want to jump on because I'm very confident that it's going to close in our favor in those situations. And that's the total goal here, making sure that we're beating close. So here's another good one. Paxson, should we stay away from placing multiple first quarter spreads same game? Kings 8.5, 7.5. Don't get overexposed on a single game. So you'll see me, and I was actually going to post this earlier. I'll throw it in chat for you guys in a second. I ladder all the time, but only because with my limits, if I create a huge ladder, it's usually about what I would want to play on a single play in terms of units in on the game. So you don't want to overexpose yourself. So if you're able to get, the proper unit size down on, let's say, Kings plus 8.5, don't have it so you have like 5 units in on a single game on one side. So like if you play plus 8.5 for a unit, and then you play plus 7.5 for a unit, and then 6.5 for a unit, you're really stacking up the amount of capital you have in a single outcome. Where the only way I would hit ladders like that is if you can only get down like a quarter unit on each one, so that by the time you play plus 8.5 through like plus 4.5, it would be about the same as what you would want to get down on the plus 8.5. So that's the only reason you'll see me play huge ladders instead of just a single one. Don't overexpose yourself. It's a good way to just get yourself in trouble in terms of a bankroll. You guys, these questions are great. This kind of gives me an idea of what you guys are looking for. So here's another good one. Are you mainly looking for sharps moving down while the retail book is in the moving the other direction? Honestly, I don't really care about the movement from the retail book. I'm just looking at the sharp movement. If they're both moving down, fine. If the sharp's moving down and the retail is moving opposite direction, or if the retail is stagnant, it doesn't really matter. We're just looking to hop on that sharp movement from our sharp books and create as much value as we can by the time close gets here. Oh, here we go. Here's an announcement people want to see. Packing up some sharp money gear to ship out today. Make sure you guys, I will post probably a basketball mania today. Make sure you guys are hopping in that. To our members who have all of our memberships, we're shipping out gear to those winners. To our free members, or somebody who does not have all of our packages, we're trying to give away free months to you guys. So be on the lookout for that in terms of basketball mania, so you guys can win some free memberships or some gear later. Let's see if we can find some other good ones. So here's one. Not really interested in this. Not enough movement here on an NBA game. You'll see this a lot in NBA graphs, just kind of bouncing up and down, up and down. Don't get fooled by a single, like even if this graph were trending down and then bounces up one time, I'm not convinced that that's a movement that we want to attack. I just think that sometimes NBA lines move because people are trying to get it to move one way so they can play another side. I want some drastic sharp movement in our favor for NBA. Here's one. These are kind of hard to read sometimes because we're going by increments of 50 here. I don't like that this one from a sharp perspective is just kind of not showing much. This is one that I would avoid. Not because I hate it, but because I don't love it. And, especially with NBA, quality over quantity here. Make sure we're playing great plays. Obviously, volume is king in EV betting, but also making sure volume is only king if they're quality plays. If we're playing a ton of volume on bad plays, you're going to get yourself in a dark place really quickly in terms of your bankroll. Here's an interesting one. I like the double sharp action here. We got both Circa and Pinnacle. This is one, and this is probably the one time that I would maybe a light play here without a ton of steam. You've got 3% edge. You've got double sharps agreeing, and your retail is sitting. And I understand here there's a lot of just wasted graph space here because we can't have a line that's anywhere between 100 and negative 100. But you've got double sharp agreement and 3% edge. Very few times am I going to want to play a non-Steam NBA play, but this is one that I would be probably quarter Kelly, but I'd play that. Here's a good play, 10 cents of movement in our favor, sitting at, even though it's a 1% play. This is where I'm more concerned about Steam than I am percentage. Like if we have good Steam and we're chasing the sharp money, I'll play a 1% play. I'm not really concerned with that at all. On a stagnant play like this, I will say I'm not touching this unless we have that high EV percentage. So this is the one time double sharp, high EV percentage. I'd play that one. All right, I gotta stop talking about these so much and start playing them so I can get on these with you guys. Here's an interesting one. So this is one where don't let the market movement fool you. Yes, we have a what would be considered a move in our favor from 122 or 121 and a half here to 116. I don't love that this one's bouncing up and down. This to me is telling me this is more of a stagnant graph than something trending in our favor. This 5-6 cent jump here to bring us back down to where we started doesn't do much for me. I'm going to leave this one alone. I want to see that heavy movement in our favor with no kind of oscillating up and down action going on. Another question here. Is there any odds that you would avoid regardless of the graph, like over a certain fair value amount or percentage? No. If I like where a bet's moving, and I think we're going to beat the closing value, I'm going to play it. Here is where I will say, if you are more of a conservative bettor, obviously the shorter the odds are, meaning like shorter 150, minus 150 would be shorter than minus 100. The shorter the odds, the more likely they are to hit. So your win percentage is going to be higher. But if you're talking long play, long strategy, if your bet has value, you're going to be up the same percentage of the value over the long run, whether you're winning more or winning less, because if you're winning less, it means the odds are longer, which would be like a plus 200 bet. If everything you play is 2% expected value, your return on investment should be 2% over the course of the entirety or the long play here, no matter what the odds are when you're playing it. I will say with longer odds, so the plus 200s, you're going to have more volatility. You're going to have kind of more hot streaks and more cold streaks. But at the end of the day, when push comes to shove over the long haul, you should be up the same ROI as the shorter odds plays. Be curious to see to our members. I typically don't play our market average here. I like to just play our sharps for college football. I found the best with that. We threw market average on here because technically this bet should still have value if it's beating the closing line, if you're getting some big discrepancy to the market. But I'd be curious to see of our members how you guys think market average plays are going that you guys are playing. Here's another one like the one I was just talking about. If you look at like where we started, where we ended, you're only talking about like maybe a cent of value. So even though you've got some trend here in the right direction, I'm not playing this one. I want to see a bunch of a bigger move than that for what we're playing. Devin, I'm curious. I'm looking at your comment here. Have you been playing very many of those, or was the one you took today kind of out of the norm? Or if you have been playing these quite a bit, kind of what's your success rate or your results look like for that market average? Now, here's one. Just be careful with a graph like this. We're moving 128 to about 124. So we are trending in the correct direction here, but it's only about 4 cents. So with a 4-cent trend like this, I want to see if where this is going to move next before I jump on this. If this does one of those goofy NBA things where it bounces right back up, it's not going to be a play that I'm really interested in. If this now takes another 4 cent dive this way, then it's something that I'm going to want to jump on. But I'm kind of a wait and see here. I'm intrigued by this graph. I want to see where the next move is, though. I'm not ready to jump on this one yet. Brack says the CLV looks good on the market averages. That's what we're looking for. If we can beat the close, we're going to put ourselves in a good spot to be profitable there. Let's see if we can get you guys a prop play here. See if we can get everybody on a prop play tonight. Yep, love this one right here. Let's hit this one as a stream. Rui Hachimura under 14.5 minus 105. Let's get this. If you don't have the NBA prop bot, here's a little freebie for you. If you do, this is one that we want to smash. We've got the FanDuel Caesars Bet Online trio at the bottom. Let's lock this in. And hopefully Rui can not score, throw up some bricks tonight for us. Yeah, we kind of talked about it earlier. There's a lot of what the prime A bet that we're looking for is this FanDuel Caesars Bet Online trio. Not that you can't have value without that, but we love seeing this for the NBA prop bot. Yeah, this is a good point, Dev. Is it out of the norm? Really attacking Bet Rivers and Bet Parks here. They tend to not be very sharp at all. Their lines are all over the place. If you can get a market average with one of these out on the island, I agree with you. That's probably a pretty good play just because they're not very good books and there's always value on Bet Rivers and Bet Parks. It's good, man. We're here to talk about it, get more people interested. Hopefully them seeing a little bit of this gets them intrigued and gets them on board with us in the prop bot. Technically the premium behind a subscription too, but anybody can watch this stream. We're just trying to help people be profitable bettors here. Nothing I'm interested in here. A couple Knicks first quarter spreads. Let's see what Bet Parks has going on. Not much. I will say be careful with FanDuel on the NBA prop bot. FanDuel tends to have a big edge on NBA props. I've been kind of tinkering a little bit with plays actually like this one, where we've got a Caesars and Bet Online that don't agree with FanDuel. And I've seen a little bit of success. I want more data before I really encourage you guys to take it. Right now, I'd be very hesitant with any FanDuel value for NBA props. Just in the past, they've been one of the sharper books for whatever reason. And take it from experience from me, I've lost a lot of money to FanDuel on NBA props over the last few years. Dev's asking about we got marketing rebounds, Dev. Let's see. Lively, Jalen Green. Did it just ping? Oh, here we go. So Laurie Markkinen over 6.5 rebounds. Yes, I would be all over this. This is absolutely one I would be on. Let's see how much I can get down on this. Typically, I don't even open the BetMGM channel because I'm so limited on MGM that it's not worth my time. But I haven't given MGM a lot of love lately. Let's see if we can get this one down. Yes, Brax. The Knifes on NBA are for your FanDuel Bet Online Caesars. $22. So yes, we have $22 down on rebounds for Laurie Markkinen. Dev, let's hit that one tonight. Mookie, what's up, my guy? A little hype action. Let's see. Let's give you guys an NHL prop today too. I know I put out my goal scores for today. I've been doing it. I should post this in. I will post this as soon as we get off the stream in our free section. I'll post my results from the NHL bot. But I found a lot of success in high anything over 5% from the NBA bot or the NHL bot. So here's one. I like this one. I would be on this if I were you. 9.5% EV, FanDuel, kind of on an island up here. Looks like BetMGM's kind of floating up here with them, but everybody else is down here. So this is one I would for sure be on. If you are not already, hop on this and maybe we can get a whoever Tyler Toffoli is. Guys, I am so uninterested in NHL except for betting on it. Being from the Detroit area, the Red Wings were really good in my younger days. Didn't watch them. Just not a hockey guy. I'll watch it in the playoffs, but otherwise, unfortunately, if you are a huge hockey fan, I'm a big basketball guy. They've always been the same season. So I am watching NBA over NHL 10 out of 10 days. Matt, what line are you talking about on MGM? Went from 115, minus 115 to plus 120. Curious about that. Was that the marketing game that we just played? It's a. You said it went to it moved to plus 120. Really? If it moved to plus 120, smash that. Unless are you talking to minus 120? So even if it moved from minus 115 to minus 120, we're looking at fair value of almost minus 125. Still a good play. Yeah. Still take it at minus 120. Still a good play. Still has a little bit of value, not as much as the minus 115, but still something that you're going to want to be on. Oh, what do we have here? Okay. So here we got Nuggets Raptors over 220 minus 110 main line play. We're getting about 15 cents of movement here. Jump on this if you are not. I know some people might have been on the other side. This game was pinging unders earlier in the day. I'm actually probably on some of the unders. Let's see what I'm on right now for the Nuggets game. So I am actually on under 223. So we can get a nice middle here. Get a nice 3-point middle. So if we get that 221, 222, 223, 224, we're going to hit both sides. That's the other thing with NBA is being aware of what you're on in terms of totals. You can get some nice totals or spreads. So if like I said this morning, this was really had some steam going the other direction. I'm actually, if I look at it, I'm at under 218, 19, and 23. So by taking the over 220, it does reverse middle me for the 18 and 19, but it also middles me for 223. So this is one of those where it moved in the wrong direction for us. So my 218 and 219 no longer have value. They're actually at minus 8% expected value. So by creating that middle, it's just almost like a hedge opportunity for me. If it does hit that 221, 222, 223, I win those two bets. I'm going to lose the 218 and 219, but it's kind of like a break even opportunity for me. If this game explodes like the steam's going now and I lose all of my unders, I've got one over on the other side to kind of lessen the losses for me, which will be nice. Oh, here. Look at this. We can take that 219 out of play. I'm gonna actually hit this one too. This is just a pure cover my ass because I'm on the wrong side from earlier. So I've actually got the under 219 right now. So if I take the over 219, those will pretty much kind of hedge each other out a little bit. And this has moved so much, this isn't even worth it anymore. This has fair value at minus 123. FanDuel's sitting at minus 136 now. So I'm actually not going to play that. But my thought process there is I'm on the wrong side of it. My current under 219. So if I can get the over 219, I'm pretty much taking a slight loss there. But it creates that middle again with my under 223 where I can still be profitable. I've got a small margin for error, but I'm kind of covering my or hedging my bad moves from this morning. Yeah, Raptor, man, that's the thing with NBA is these move fast. So we really got to be on top of it. So here's one that I was kind of talking about with like just some weird movements in NBA. We've moved up, we've come back down, but we're really only seeing about 3 cents of movement from start to finish here. And we're moving in two different directions. We've got a spike here, then we've got a drop down. I don't like a graph like this for NBA. I want to see that huge movement in one direction. I want to see where this next movement goes. If this next movement takes another drop, then I'm probably on it. But if it's going to jump back up because we've got all this nonsense up here, I'm gonna stay off of that one for right now. Here's another interesting one: Grizzlies Bulls. We've got a little bit of back and forth in the middle, but it's only a couple cents. But start to finish here, we're looking at 121 down to it looks like it jumps back up to 40, but you're talking about 20 cents here. Like this is a nice little move for an NBA game. You're talking about 20 cents trying to hopefully see this continue the steam that we have going downwards. Of course, I go to play it. DraftKings already has it at minus 130 when fair value is minus 125. So missed out on that one. Don't chase it. You miss the number, move on. There's going to be more opportunities. NBA is crazy like that. Yeah, so good question. Math. For the NBA props, if I'm playing FanDuel, I'm definitely looking for the other two. It has to be an outlier, Caesars and Bet Online. Same thing. If you're playing Bet Online, you'd want to see FanDuel and Caesars. I'm playing those as kind of like a test to get some data on them right now. I'm not convinced that playing FanDuel when Caesars and Bet Online are an outlier is a great thing. But I've seen a little bit of success with it. I'll tell you, let me pull up my tag here that I've been playing with those, and I'll tell you what my results look like so far on that. Let's see. So it looks like 6-6 record playing bets like that. So I've only played 12 bets, 4-3 on FanDuel, with a 34% ROI, but it's 7 bets. And the reason it's that high is I hit two plus 140 bets and a plus 150 bet. So not enough data to even make an assumption one way or another. But we're going to see kind of where that goes before I make anything that I'm willing to recommend to you guys on. Brax, are we still betting baseball? Hell yeah, we're still betting baseball. If it's got value, I've got money on it. I believe, let me see what I'm on for tonight for baseball, because we do have a World Series game tonight. Let's see. Dodgers, Yankees. We've got some. Oh yeah, we're on a. If you hopefully you guys caught the call out by Evie Adam earlier. Walker Bueller under 4.5 strikeouts. So we're rooting for him to not strike anybody out. I've got the Yankees minus 1.5 at plus 150, and I've got the over 9.5 plus 136. So we're looking for Yankees to win with a lot of runs. Great question here. And this is one that, you know, sometimes you just need to close the phone, close the laptop, walk away, be a human. You know, betting is fun. Betting is supposed to be fun. We do this because or you should do this because it's a hobby. It's a way to create some side hustle cash. Even if you are a professional bettor, you should enjoy doing it. As soon as you're just like so stressed out about missing a ping or getting as much volume down, but it starts you start sacrificing parts of your day-to-day life is where you really need to take a step back. It's hard, man. This stuff is it can be addicting to just, hit every ping, but at the end of the day, don't let it consume your life. Be be a human and enjoy your life. If you miss a ping or two, it's not going to be the end of the world. Love that, Brax. Oh, Wes, you're on the Dodgers plus 1.5. Uh-oh. I hope you don't win for my bankroll's sake, but at the same time, I don't want to see you lose. Oh, we got a nice little MLB prop here. Bueller over 14.5. Could be enticing if you want some action tonight. So you guys will see this sometimes. Let's just talk about this real quick. This is just annoying because there's nothing we can do about it. Uh, where we get our data from, sometimes the historical odds have issues. You don't see any sharp lines, but you have a knife here. Know that Penny is using this DVIG. We just are not pulling historical data to graph it. Islanders minus 1.5 plus 122. My guess is this is going to be a pretty stagnant sharp line because that's just the way NHL is. I am going to hop on this, get a little Islanders action for tonight. Of course, lines moved to plus 112. No more value. Move on. Did we? I feel like we tried to play this already. We got minus 130 down to minus 143. This is a big jump here. This jump from minus 130 to minus 143 is enticing. Let's see what the line's at right now. See if it's still at minus 126. It is still at minus 126. I'm going to see what other action I have here because I know I have a lot of NBA action. See what we're on for the Bulls game. Bulls Grizz. A lot of full game unders. Memphis under. I'm on a lot of unders here. Would go with my game script. I'm going to play this one. My unders that I currently have are at like 0.1 units because of limits. So I am going to hop on this. Oh, hell yeah, Braxton. Way to bring that up. I can't believe I forgot about this. Shout out to our promo team. King of the Court promo on FanDuel. These guys have been absolutely slaying. So if you have not been following their King of the Court and you're as dumb as I am because I haven't played a single one and these guys have made like $2,000 in bonus bets over the last week, make sure you follow these guys on King of the Court promo because I've missed out on $2,000 worth of free bets. Here we go. This has got to be Dime throwing something up here. How'd betting go this weekend and how was golf? I missed the live stream on Saturday because I was out golfing with my boys, trying to get out one last time before the weather gets too cold here in Michigan. Golf was great. Betting was not great. I'm on a little bit of a downtrend here. I've gone red the last 4 days. I haven't had a green Saturday in October. I'm going to need 4 really good days here in a row to kind of finish this month green. It's been a grind of a month for me. Hopefully your guys' betting weekend was better. Yesterday was brutal. It's down about 10 units yesterday alone, but have no fear. This is where I've kind of removed my emotions from my results. I know what we're doing here, and if we're beating the close, we're gonna make money. I'm not gonna get too upset with a 4-day stretch here that's been a little bit rough. Mm-mm. Yeah, Brax, I get it, man. October's been a grind. I'm just glad we have guys like Chap who are just absolutely slaying October. I know he's not the only member who's slaying October. Oh, jeez. Why do you do this to me, Sharp Money? Packers plus 3.5 against my Lions. Brutal. I my boys. Yeah, Dime just said I've been green 4 days in a row after getting killed all month. It's wild, and this is where I know it's hard for new members to kind of wrap their minds around it, but because there's so many pings and so many bets for us to grab here, like literally none of us have the same bets every night across the board. So there'll be members one night that go up 5 units while other members are down 5 units. You can just gotta remember it's a long play here. Like Dime just said, he's green 4 days in a row. I'm red 4 days in a row. That's just kind of the nature of this style of betting, being top down betters. All right, I'm trying to play this Packers ping, and I keep getting distracted. Plus 3.5. Oh, it's good. It's already moved to minus 118. We've missed like 3 pings in a row here. You guys are killing me. Hell yeah, they are, West. Lions are whooping ass. Yesterday was fun. I wasn't able to go down to the game, but my wife took our season tickets and went with a friend, and they had a blast. Here's Braxton. Braxton, don't do that to yourself, man. You're a good looking man. You're the reason we bring you on is so that people can look at your face and not Dimes. Hell yeah, Raptor up 130 units. Holy shit. Yeah, I think you need to up your unit size, my man. Get back to that 1% of your bankroll. If you don't up your unit size, you're just prolonging your scaling. Make sure you stay at that 1 unit size or 1% unit size. Scale accordingly. You'll scale way faster that way. I know it can be a scary thing, especially when you're jumping like from a $10 unit to a $20 unit. You're kind of seeing double the money go out, but trust it. If you're taking good bets, it's going to work out well for you. All right. If anybody has any last questions, I'm probably going to wrap it up here in the next 5 minutes or so. As much as I'd love to just stay on here and chat with you guys and just fire off bets, I got to do that be a human thing. King, sorry, brother. I can't stand the Chiefs right now either. Yeah, Magic. That's so true. Following Kelly is actually designed if you can play your like if you're not limited and can actually play your unit sizes, Kelly is designed to help you scale the fastest. So sticking to Kelly and being disciplined with your Kelly criterion is gonna definitely help you in the long run. Oh, hey, I know most of our guys in here are in the Sharp Money Elite, but make sure you guys join your K club. If you've made 1K this year, drop your application, make sure you get in your club. Just some fun side chats and keep people motivated to keep growing and scaling. Somebody in here's got to join EV Adam in the top 50K club. Is Sengun gonna go over rebounds tonight? No idea. Follow the numbers, my man. All right. It's been fun, guys. I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for being part of Sharp Money. Hopefully, you got some decent volume tonight on some good pings. There should be quite a few more between now and the time games tip off. Huge NBA slate. Let's make some money, fam. See you guys.